I really don't know how to say it,
Calculate.
Not calculate. So repeatedly saying.
In Hebrew you say like calculate, like you count everything you do for somebody. Oh, last time I did for you.
Yeah. So you calculate and brag about what you have done. So that means if you had benefited someone, do not keep on talking about that. That time I helped you, this time I helped you. You boast about it, you brag about it, you calculated it. Or if you have been doing a lot of Dharma practice, then don't just keep on talking about that. Oh, I have been doing this practice, that time, that practice, that time, And I did all this for you people, things like that. Or that you boast that actually, I'm a quite good scholar,
Yes.
I've been studying for so many years,
Yes, you are.
And also, I am very disciplined person, So that way, you see. So that's wrong. Because whatever knowledge is, the teachings say that your knowledge should be like a lamp in a pot. Lamp in a pot. It's really inside, they're full of light, but not making a show of it. So, what you should show your faults. What you should highlight is highlight the good things of others. Don't highlight your good things. Highlight your faults. Okay? Don't be short-tempered. Don't be short-tempered means it's very easy to know that, for example, especially if somebody says something very nasty, in public, and then you get very embarrassed and you get angry immediately. So that's the meaning. Don't be short-tempered. Because short-tempered is not good for your health. Anger is not good for your health. And you made a promise that you will practice patience. And anger is opposite to patience. Tolerance. And anger or short-temper is very bad for your health. It makes you ugly. You want to become ugly? We don't want to become ugly, therefore we wash ourselves several times. We put cosmetics on the face, hair our comb. But despite all these decorations and ornaments, if you get angry, you don't look handsome or beautiful, you see. So if you really want to be handsome and beautiful, the external decorations are not important. The most important decoration is being able to smile. And that also genuine smile. And genuine smile comes not from the skin. It comes from within. Inside you are completely at ease and happy and at peace. Then the smile that you see on the face of Buddha or on the face of the Dalai Lama. See? He's now 80 years old, but his face looks like a small child, Giggling and laughing and smiling all the time, you see. Because there is inner happiness, joy, you see. So that makes you the most beautiful. And that beauty is real beauty. Nobody can, it's not expensive. You don't have to buy anything from the market. And it will not become excess baggage. And nobody can steal it, you see. The other ornaments, they are external. Oh, you misplace it, you lose it, your very costly jewelry, they are stolen, they are lost. You have to carry them wherever you go, It's a burden. So therefore the Buddha decided, shave the hair. Forget about other cosmetics, shave the hair. So that's the thing. Don't be short-tempered. And I once read a book that thousands and thousands of people die in a year in different countries because of anger. Because of anger and short temper. Either they fight and get killed, or they get angry and drive rashly and have accident. So anger and drinking, many of these bad habits, the sources for your short life. So they are not good at all. And sometimes people think anger is needed to fight the enemy, to get the needed energy. And His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, yes, it is true, with anger you get some kind of extra energy, but that extra energy is essentially blind energy. Blind energy. You do get an extra energy, but that energy is essentially blind energy, so it is not sure whether you will hit the target or not. So you can be tough, as I said earlier, you can be tough without getting angry. You can be tough with compassion, you can be tough with wisdom. Then you will not make a mistake. There's the difference, you see. There's the difference. You will not become mad. When you get angry, you are mad. When you are mad, you make wrong decisions. You hit the wrong target. And physically also you suffer. Your blood pressure increases. Things like that, okay? Don't be short-tempered. Don't make a short-lived attempt. The Tibetan version actually says that with slight differences in people's behavior or what they say, do not react with unpleasure. If we are too suspicious, too doubtful, then with slight things that happen with us, or with small things what other people do, you get angry, you react violently. So the text says, do not do like that. In one of the Mahayana Buddhist teaching, it says that your mind should not be like a cotton or feather, bird's feather. Because our mind, especially when we engage in the mind training practice, our mind should not be like a feather. The bird's feather is easily driven around, tossed around by the slight wind. So with slight changes in situation differences, you should not get upset, unhappy. Your mind should be stable and strong. Without making any quick decisions, you should think carefully, calmly. Sometimes just by thinking, you change your perspective and you become happy. You see? But if you immediately get, oh, he's saying something about me, make a decision, go wild, you may be completely wrong. You see? Don't expect gratitude. As I said already, I already explained that. If you have benefited somebody or given some Dharma teaching, do not expect thank you or name and fame. There was a great mind training teacher in Tibet who used to say that I had given so many teachings to so many students, but I never expected even a thank you. Because, he says, because there is no sentient being who is not suffering. So what I can expect from them? All I have is compassion for them. The mother does his job. of helping her kids without expecting any thank you. We eat our food without expecting thank you. Every time you eat, do you say thank you? Your hand takes the food, give it to the mouth. Thank you, hand. Do you say like that? No. Because it's something that needs to be done, you do it. It's not question whether somebody is thanking you or not. So that is it. But I still have some. I think we need to extend the session for tomorrow. How about your knee? So in the end of this text it says, we are living in the time of 5 degenerations. So therefore it is important, whatever misfortunes you encounter, you should transform it into the path to enlightenment. The 5 degeneration means degeneration of time, meaning that the time is such that there's a lot of diseases, sickness, famine, war, weapons. Degenerated sentient being means that the view, the behavior of sentient beings are degenerated. Degeneration of life means that life is becoming shorter. But you will say it's not shorter, it's becoming, with medicine, with science, with technology, it's becoming longer. So which one is right? Shorter or longer? Life is becoming longer or shorter? Huh?
Short.
Really? Why? Because with medicine...
You suffer a lot. You suffer. If you lengthen your life but you don't pay attention to your suffering, then it doesn't matter too much.
No more accidents, no cancer.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you interpret probably, but overall you can see how many people are die even through accident, car accident, aeroplane accident, and shooting and killing, so many things are happening. So I don't know. At least the text says that.
In the Bible it says that people live hundreds of years. So maybe in that generation.
So the Buddhist teaching says the life is becoming shorter and shorter. There was a time when people used to live very, very long life. Now it will become shorter and shorter. And then the 4th degeneration is very strong afflictive emotions, which is true. Not only we have strong afflictive emotions, but in today's world, people are fueling that afflictive emotion, promoting desire, promoting anger, promoting jealousy. Okay, so that's very clear. And then the 5th is degeneration of view, where most of the people don't believe in law of causality. This is the life, enjoy it, you see. So that kind of thing. So it's important to transform these degenerations or misfortunes into the path. And then the text says, this nectar-like instruction comes from the great Lama Silingpa Swandipa. So because of these degenerations, that there are many factors for suffering, but very less factors for peace and happiness. And we are confronted with host of misfortunes, obstructions. so many things to do. And people sometimes don't even know what they should be doing. But if you train your mind in the mind training practice and meditate on it, the more misfortunes you encounter, the more it will support your practice, because you know how to transform poison into the medicine, how to transform misfortune into the path. So therefore this instruction coming from the Lama Selingpa has a unique special feature. And if you know how to undertake such a mind training practice, then this very body can be called the city of happiness, the town or city of happiness. The city and town of happiness refers to this very body. Okay? Because all the peace and happiness within the samsara and beyond the samsara comes from this body. So with all effort, with all concentration, it is important that you mix your mind with this mind training practice and thoroughly train your mind. And if you do that, before long, you will be able to perfectly fulfill your purpose and purpose of other sentient beings. That's all. Thank you. Any questions? Last difficult questions. Yes.
You said something that we should like enlighten or emphasize the good things in other people.
Yeah.
So how do we do it on a daily basis? Like we see someone and we say, oh, you are so tall, you are so handsome, you are so good. Like we give you mean that?
No. I know this because this is again Western culture.
Yes.
You just say from the mouth, oh, you look so,
No.
wow, this is so good.
Sometimes it's true, but
Sometimes
most
it's
of
true,
the
but
time
it
maybe
has
it's
become.
not true.
I mean,
So
it's good
I
in the.
ask-
It's good in the sense, but at least you are talking good things.
Yes.
But
But sometimes you don't feel.
exactly. So what this text is saying is not only you say it,
So
but you genuinely appreciate it.
yeah.
Genuinely appreciate the good things that other people do. For example, the text says, if somebody praises you because you have done something good, if somebody praises you, don't become arrogant, thinking that I am special. But instead you should think, oh, this person at least recognizes good things. So this person is good. You see?
In your thoughts, you mean?
In your thought, of
In
course.
thoughts, you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to say it.
In your thoughts.
In your thought, yeah.
So it's easier.
In your thought. In your thought, and then on appropriate occasions you should also say it. But otherwise, if you keep on saying it, it looks like flattering somebody, So not that. It depends how you do it, when you do it, Depends on the context. Yeah.
What it means degenerated times?
Degenerated time is now the time is going from bad to worse.
So it's the first is all the four, the other four.
Like for example, we are living at a time, we have no idea which season is this now. We are living at a time when there is famine, flood, shortage of food, so many things. Disease, sickness, AIDS, cancer. Many of the diseases may be modern disease. Low self-esteem, depression, loneliness. I think most of these are modern diseases. So because of the time.
Does it say in the text how long it will be, like degenerate time?
Because actually I was joking to somebody saying that the 5 degenerations started when I was born. so it will finish when I go. No, I really have no idea, but it will continue for some, I'm sure it will continue for a long time.
It started before the 12th century, so
Yeah, exactly, this teaching, yeah. Any other questions? No?
Do you think Westerns should be doing more for Tibet to help Tibet's situation?
I think you are the best judge. Because His Holiness the Dalai Lama, I'm glad that you asked this question. Because His Holiness the Dalai Lama is saying that those who are supporting Tibet or Tibetans are not pro-Tibet and anti-Chinese. But they are pro-justice, they are pro-justice. So that's perfectly true. Because it's not question of like making friends with Tibetans and enmity with the Chinese. If one looks carefully what is happening in Tibet, first of all, Tibet was a free country, independent country, and Chinese invaded. And everybody knows that. So that is wrong. Intrusion is wrong. So one who comes and stays in other places, either a thief or a robber, you see, ordinarily speaking. So they did that. So that is wrong. Now even after having coming to Tibet, if they had at least respected the Tibetan culture, Tibetan people, by this time probably the matter has been settled. Tibetan people may be happy, you see. So those of us who are in exile can't do anything. But they destroyed the best of the things for the Tibetan people. Tibetan Buddhism, they are trying their best to destroy it. They call Tibetan Buddhism barbaric. They destroyed out of the more than 6,000 monasteries. They destroyed most of the 6,000 monasteries except 100 or so. They destroyed completely. Now destroying one monastery is not just destroying one building. It houses priceless statues, holy scriptures that we are studying here, priceless holy scriptures written with gold, turquoise, things like that. They're all burnt, put to the fire. So that is, of course, insanity. And in fact, the government has earlier said that one thing that is stopping the friendship with the Tibetans and Chinese is Tibetan Buddhism and the Dalai Lama. So these two should be eliminated. They had said those things earlier also. Okay. So you can see who is right, who is wrong. Therefore, when groups of people come to Dharamsala and ask me to give talks, which I do all the time, so I tell them that Tibetans are now, despite what has happened in Tibet, still Tibetans are, His Holiness Dalai Lama and the Tibetans are saying that let us solve this problem through negotiation, through dialogue, not through violence, not through killing, not through fighting. I don't think there are many countries who are suffering and who are saying this. Any country, apart from Tibet? Not for 1 year, 2 years, but for the last more than 50 years, we have not only said, but we have been practicing that.
So what kind of dialogue there is?
No, wait. Be patient. So that is what we have been doing. Not 1 year, 2 years, but more than 50 years we have been doing this. So that's why I challenge other people by saying that if you support the Tibetan people, their struggle, then you are supporting a genuine, non-violent practice that a nation and a people is doing that could inspire many others. If you don't support that, okay, Tibetans might disappear completely. Next time if somebody talks about non-violence, people might say, go hell with this thing called non-violence. What did the Dalai Lama get? What the Tibetans get? although they practice non-violence for over 50 years, not only talking but in practice, more than 138 people self-immolated. They had the courage to kill themselves but not killing Chinese. Imagine. But people are not paying much attention to these things. The sad thing, it's really sad thing. These people are self-immolating, expecting that the rest of the world is not deaf and dumb. They will do something. They will prize the value of non-violence. But nothing is happening. China is so big to do business, you see. So what they prefer is business. So that's why I tell them that let the Tibetans disappear. Next time nobody would talk about non-violence. They'll give the Tibetan as an example. So right now you have very good example, living example. Living example. There are cases in Tibet. I'm not saying this because I'm Tibetan, but because I know what has happened in Tibet. There are cases where the monks are able to, or Tibetan are able to get guns to shoot back when the Chinese armies are torturing them and beating them. There are cases when they are able to snatch the gun from their hand. But instead of shooting back, they threw it on the floor and break the gun. There are really many amazing stories like that. So therefore there is a reason to support. And today, what is happening in one part of the world very strongly affects the other parts of the world. We are not like as we used to do in the ancient times, you know. So therefore there is a reason for everybody to support these good things.
Is there a chance that this case with Tibet and China is an example to when this philosophy of non-violence and patience sometimes become an easy target for others, like in Israel, pacifism is a big issue because it's not always matched with reality. No?
Exactly. Yeah, some people think like that, feel like that, but the question is, in the name of reality, should you choose the path of killing each other? It's a very important, challenging question. In the name of being pragmatic, are we saying that we should choose the gun and fight? So that choice is ours, whichever is better, you see. And also you can see, this is an important question because we always see the violence seems to be quick, decisive. But in the long run, what is the result of violence? When you practice things called non-violence, it takes time. It doesn't come so often in the headlines of newspapers. But we are doing something, when we practice non-violence, we are doing something that is true to the basic human nature. Basic human nature. But when you use violence, it is against human nature. At the end of the day, nobody likes it. But still, out of madness, short-sightedness, people do it. So what should we do? What should we do? So this is not easy. Very important question, but we should think carefully what we do. Any other questions? We are going to sit here until 9 p.m. And don't even touch your knee. Then we stop? With no question, then we stop. Yeah.